Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your new shot to the Daily Mail we go. They say processed foods are driving up rates of cancer. A major study reveals the health threat, including cereal, energy bars, sausages, and chocolate. Damn it. That's all I have to say. Damn it, damn it, damn it. They get you hooked on these damn things, and then once you get there, they tell you it's bad for you. I mean, what the heck is going on here, folks? It says eating processed foods significantly raises the risk of cancer. Experts warned last night. They say the disease was claiming more lives because the popularity of ready meals, sugary cereal, and fizzy drinks. The product put middle-aged women in particular danger from breast cancer, according to studies by the British Medical Journal. Ultra-processed foods, any product involving an industrial procedure, now makes up half of our diet. Packed with chemical additives, the food bears little resemblance to home-cooked meals, and the more of them an individual eats, the higher their risk of cancer of any type. Experts believe this is because processed foods, which includes packaged meat, pies, sweet and crisps, are high in fat, salt, and sugar. They also have less of the vitamins and fiber that ward off disease. The procedures used to make these foods and the chemicals and additives used to boost their flavor and shelf life are also thought to raise the risk. The researchers said that it was the first study to highlight a link between ultra-processed foods and the increased overall cancer risk. Now, I've seen so many sites, especially independent media sites, talk about processed foods and the dangers of processed foods. And really, you know, the culture of convenience, we can blame that all day. The fact is people don't have as much time. Life is much more complicated than it used to be. Now, it used to be that life was much more laborious. Absolutely. But certainly less complicated. Now it's very complicated. People are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, and they don't have time for that home-cooked meal. Not to mention the fact that home-cooked meals, oftentimes, if you want to use quality ingredients, can get expensive. A lot of low-income families can't afford to eat healthy. So they have to eat what they can afford, which is pre-processed crap. And unfortunately, these food companies, they know this, but it doesn't matter because the less nutrient-rich ingredients that they have to put in there, the more their profit margin. You know, if all they're doing is throwing in flour and preservatives, well, what the hell? It's pennies on the dollar, and they make a fortune on it. Now, campaigners last night said families should heed the warning of reading food labels more carefully to check for levels of fat, salt, and sugar. The research was based on food diaries compiled by 105,000 adults. So that's pretty significant. This study is a huge study, 105,000 adults. It ranked the participants by how much ultra-processed foods they consumed over two 24-hour periods. Now, for those in the top quarter of the sample, 32% of their diet came from ultra-processed foods. They were 23% more likely to develop cancer of any type over the next 5 years than those in the bottom quarter whose diets were only 8% ultra-processed food. Now, women in the top quarter were 38% more likely to develop post-menopausal breast cancer. And the chance for younger women to get premenopausal breast cancer increased a staggering 27%, and bowel cancer risk went up 23%. There was no immediate impact on prostate cancer. Now, led by experts at Sorbonne University in Paris, the researchers said Britons were probably even more at risk because they consume more ultra-processed foods than French adults. And a study of 19 European countries found that 50.7% of food sold in the UK is ultra-processed, compared with 46.2% in Germany, 45.9% in Ireland, 14.2% in France. Isn't that interesting? In France, they have a very low ratio of ultra-processed food. I'll bet you here in the United States, it's got to be close to like 95. I mean, we are just the ultra-processed food country of the world. says sugary products were the most common form of ultra-processed food, making up 26% of food in this category. Drinks made up 20%, and breakfast cereal 16%. The researchers wrote, "To our knowledge, this study is the first to investigate and highlight an increase in the risk of overall and specifically breast cancer associated with ultra-processed food intake. If confirmed in other populations and settings, these results suggest that the rapidly increased consumption of ultra-processed foods may drive an increasing burden of cancer in the next decades." Here in the United States, I think it's already driven it. In the United States, 1 in 3 males have cancer, 1 in 2 females get cancer. That is unbelievable when you think about the amount of people that live here and the amount of cancer that is treated on an annual basis. So cancer, of course, one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Interestingly enough, paralleling this is the ultra-processed food consumption. We, of course, probably the highest in the world in the consumption of ultra-processed food. So this is a very interesting study. Check it out. Links in the description box below. Thumbs up if you like it. And I'll have more health news later on next week because these subjects are so important to understand and grasp, especially if you have young children. In this day and age, you have to read everything, and make educated, sound, conscientious decisions because they can have profound long-term health effects. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. #WakeTheFlock Up. Have a great day, everybody.